I'm Amy Schindler. I'm going to talk to you guys today about setting business hours and how to effectively use business hours. It doesn't matter whether you have 3 part-time jobs, work a full-time job, are a student, or a stay-at-home parent. Regardless, before becoming a coach, you always filled up all 24 hours of your day. I'm sure of it. Even if you were sleeping or watching TV, the 24 hours went past. So now that you're a coach, you suddenly have another priority in your life. And one of the things when you first become a coach that can be kind of overwhelming is figuring out when you're actually going to fit this into your life. You have to make some time for it. Your business isn't going to grow if you don't make any time for it at all. However, you have to keep that balance because you still have to keep those jobs that are currently paying you, and you have to keep your relationships from falling apart too. Your kids need you, your spouse needs you, your friends need you, although that might be something where you have to cut in a little bit. There are sacrifices that have to be made sometimes in order to get ahead in life, and our friends that are really our friends will understand that we don't have as much free time as we used to. One of the things that I have found is really helpful for my business is setting hours. I personally am a mother of 2 teenagers and my life is very crazy busy. And I just find that by having set hours, I'm able to devote quality time to them and quality time to my business. Let's face it, if you are trying to have a conversation with one of your kids or your spouse or even a friend, your mother, father, it doesn't matter who. If you're having a conversation and you're trying to check a Facebook message at the same time, you aren't fully reading that message and comprehending what it's saying, and you're not effectively listening to the person that's trying to talk to you. As time goes on, if you are always glued to your phone or your tablet or your laptop and people are trying to talk to you, they're going to start getting annoyed with you, I promise. At the same time, if you're trying to do Beachbody work and you're trying to read your personal development and you have constant interruptions, are you really comprehending what you're reading? Or if you're trying to listen to a training call and take notes and somebody's interrupting you over and over, you have to devote business time to business time and you have to devote personal time to personal time. So once you look at your schedule, you need to start looking at ways that you can fit in extra time here and there. It might be that you get up a half an hour early in the morning and you knock out your personal development before anybody even gets out of bed. You might have to devote your lunch hours. What do you do on your lunch hour right now? Do you go out to eat? Do you sit around and talk with friends? Do you play on the computer? There's probably time right there that you could valuably be contributing towards your business. And then in the evening, set some family time. Set some time with your spouse. It doesn't matter whether you have kids or not. Your spouse still needs your attention. Set some time for that. Personal time, whatever. Have a couple of hours slotted there where you're giving that attention. Turn the notifications off on your phone. Put your phone away. Whatever you need to do. Don't check those messages. Don't check those status updates. Don't check the notifications. Devote that time to quality time with your family. Then when you say, okay, I have to sit down and I have to do this, I need to get on this call or I need to send these messages out, your family will be more understanding that you are trying to build a business and that you need that time. You've given them your time. Now it's your time to sit down and work on your business. So I feel that I can't give you set hours. I can't even tell you how many hours per day is perfect for you. It really depends on your schedule. If you already work 12-hour days, you might not have as many hours to devote as what somebody who only works part-time has to devote. It really depends on you personally. I can tell you this, the more effort and the more quality you put into the time, somebody who is scrolling Facebook and answering personal messages and screwing around for 4 hours, they can say they worked on their business for 4 hours, but if you sit down for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and just fully concentrate on just the task at hand, you will get more done. So it can be done regardless of how crazy your schedule is. You just have to set hours and then stick to them. That is very important. Once you have those hours set, that's the way it is. Business hours are business hours, family hours are family hours, and you just stick to it and you work through it. And hopefully, eventually, you get to a point where you can lessen those outside hours and make it a little easier on yourself. So, one thing that I would like to leave you with is this. If you don't show up to work, you will be fired. If you don't show up for Beachbody, nobody's going to fire you. You are your own boss. That is the beauty of it. That's why you get to set your own hours. However, if you don't show up, your business will not grow. Good luck, guys.